Why do we have to work so hard to make something look genuine, when if it's genuine, surely it should just
maybe
just
it's
be
like,
genuine?
can something possibly still be genuine after it's been through the machine we just described in it? But the lifestyle thing, I mean, like, I've been out to Hollywood, our band went out to Hollywood and did a few sort of showcase gigs and a couple of sort of small festivals out there, and visited EA Games, which was part of our story as well. We signed our publishing contract with EA Games. I'll get into the ins and outs of my band, just in case anyone, not to tantalise, and might as well explain. My band was called Pint Shot Riot, okay, and maybe we should put some of our stuff on our YouTube channel, yeah, just so people can see for themselves what we were all about and stuff. But like our claim to fame is that we signed publishing rights with not EA Games exactly. It was a combined deal with EA Games and a publishing house based in Canada. And they were looking for like unsigned bands to put on their computer games. Basically, cut a long story short, that was us. It was the 1 in a million shot. We had they were looking all over the world at the time. It was on. They were making FIFA at the time, and they wanted a band from each continent. Yeah. And they had a guy there who was like an industry insider who was a bit of a talent scout based in Los Angeles, and he knew about us because he was into British music, and he put our name forward, and boom, that's how come we ended up on FIFA. We were on FIFA 10 and on FIFA 12, Fight Night, Sims 3, and all these brilliant games. And FIFA 10 and FIFA 12 both sold like 60 million copies worldwide.
Unreal.
Yeah, crazy stuff. And I love FIFA, by the way, as well. Like, I'm a massive FIFA head as well, so I was like, when we started talking with EA Games, I was like, oh my god, if we get on FIFA, I'll be sitting there with my buds playing FIFA, and then my own song's going to come on, and then my knob's going to have to come out. Like,
man, how'd that feel? Like, that must have been amazing.
It was the most unbelievable feeling in the world, right? Because at the end of the day, I knew that we weren't going to get that traditional record deal. Like, it was already become apparent that had gone away. We weren't going. When I was a kid, I wanted to release a CD, sell millions of copies, make the whole world like fall in love with our music, and just be good enough to warrant that. I wanted to be the best bass player I could possibly be, and I was just like focused on it. I spent like hour after hour after hour, year after year in my bedroom trying to get as good as I could be on the bass guitar, so I could be good enough to sell 1 million albums. That was my goal. But by the time that was all happening, it was quite clear that sort of thing wasn't really going to happen, and the record industry had gone away. So this was like a secondary sort of opportunity that I just didn't see coming, really. And like I say, they were looking all around the world for bands. Like, it's kind of insane that they would choose us. We had a good reputation at the time. I got the phone call. I remember I was at work having a cigarette, and Rocket, who was the singer in our band, Richard Emerson, aka Rocket, I remember getting the phone call from him and him telling us we were going to be on FIFA, and it was like Christmas, birthdays, everything all at once. I was like, yes. But I mean, there was an element of it. It was like, okay, well, we can't fail. Like, we can't fail. 60 million people are going to buy this game, and we're going to be on it. Like, this can't go wrong. And somehow it did. It's like we got a lot out of it. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't a case of like, okay, put the phone down, straight into the boss's office, slap him around the face, and go, ha ha!
Yeah, fuck you. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm going to be a bass player. So it was looking back, it's a bit of a mixed thing, but at the time it was the best thing ever, and I was very, very excited. And it was a bit more than anything, it was the validation that what we were making music wise was good enough, and it was the validation for the music, which I really believed in, and I still do actually. The songs still stand up today and everything, and that band, it was my identity. Being in that band, that was who I was from the age of for like 10 years there probably. So yeah, that's the name of the band, Pint Shot Riot, which comes from predictive texting on the old Nokia phones. It's a long story. And it was, Rocket, the singer, Mini Rocket, who was his cousin on drums, and then Robbo on guitar. So just on the off chance they're listening to this, much love to you boys.
And Baby Dave.
Yeah, and I was Baby Dave, because in those days, believe it or not, Tom, I was a bit of a baby face.
Yeah, I've seen the interviews.
Yeah.